New introduction here. I want to get everybody's attention for what I feel will be a lucrative opportunity. It's the first ever NYSE marijuana IPO. We're making history here, and I feel this is just the first stepping stone in what is going to be the start of many IPOs on both the NASDAQ and the NYSE. I feel we're going to have a marijuana sector and marijuana ETFs in the future, and this is just step number one. If you are familiar with the industry, that's all I have to say. I know you're interested already. If this is new to you, this is going to be, in my opinion, the greatest financial opportunity in our lifetimes. This has never happened before. We have an established tens of billions dollar industry that the floodgates are going to open. It's becoming more and more legitimate legally, and this is just step number one. So Innovative Industrial Properties is the company. The ticker is IIPR. It is a real estate REIT that invests in medical marijuana facilities. And for this IPO, we have a new website, www.mjipo.com. I put together an hour of research video going through the filings, researching the company and the executives, and establishing a game plan, looking at some other IPOs and how they have traded. We're going to have a chat room with live Q&A during that day, Tuesday, November 22nd. And we'll also have the live webcam where I'll be showing our charts, going over, pointing out key support and resistance levels, looking at the volume that's coming in. I'm really looking forward to this opportunity. I hope you will join us. Thanks for tuning in. Let's get into the charts. Checking in on Facebook, daily, weekly, shorter term time frame. So the bulls are trying to cling on to this 200-day moving average support, 118.53. We have held it the past 2 days, but Facebook is notably weak in the tech sector. We look at some other names like Apple. Apple much stronger on Friday. So Facebook bears are still in control, and we need to see follow through back up towards the 100-day moving average resistance to get any kind of confidence. We are still holding support, but the bulls are desperately holding that level and not really seeing much upside. The weekly time frame did bounce off the 50-week moving average support, and not exactly a bullish reversal hammer. We would have had to have closed above 120 to see the lower wick compared to the real body of the candlestick significant enough. But look at this 50-week. Every dump in the past 2 years has held this 50-week support. So this is a very important support level that the bulls continue holding. And if we lose this level of 115.53, I'm looking down at 108.23. And if we were to lose 108.23, that would potentially change this very long-term bullish uptrend that we've been watching over the past couple of years for Facebook. So let's look at the 5-minute and hourly time frame. They gave some nice indication of weakness on Friday. Pre-market, rejected from the 200 period. First thing, rejection, bounce, rejection, rejection, rejection. This 200 period 5-minute resistance was standing in the way of any bullish attempt today, or Friday, and that is because it was lining up with hourly 20 period resistance as well. So here, after this last rejection here in the middle of the day, we pulled back, bounced off the 20 period support, rejected from the 100 period resistance, and there's your bear break, losing all 5-minute moving average support, weakness until a little bit of upside at the end of the day, but even then we rejected again from the 100 period 5-minute resistance. So there was very little signs of strength on Facebook on Friday, with very clear lower high levels on every bounce attempt. And we look at the hourly time frame, and it is the 20 period moving average. Let's look at the past 2 days. We had the dump Thursday, the bounce, couldn't get any momentum on Friday, rejection pre-market, 1, 2, 3 more rejections. And I just pointed out in the Apple video, look at all these tech names, and you can see who stands out as weak and who stands out as strong by looking at their hourly 20 period. Let's look at Google. It was one of the weaker names. It didn't even test its 20 period. Apple stood out as a bull. It turned that 20 period into support and closed strong, and the bullish candlestick on the daily is significantly stronger than Facebook. So this 20 period moving average was a really nice guide going forward, and we're going to be watching it on Monday as well to see if it continues to reject the price for Facebook or if the bulls can get above that level. And then we're looking at the 100 period up at 121.40. So there's all kinds of resistance levels here. The bulls really need to turn around this trend. Otherwise, we're going to keep testing this 200-day and 50-week moving average. And the last thing that the bulls want to do is lose those levels. So we'll check in on Monday after the day closes. I appreciate you watching and hope you have a great rest of your weekend.